Well, welcome back everyone. Thank you for watching Kimberly's Kitchen. Today, we will be making a fun yet delicious dessert known as the cookie tacos. As you can see here, I have here a food processor and 3 ingredients. This is what you will need to get started. The food processor and is what you're gonna need to process the cookie taco shell. Here I have 1/2 cup of white sugar, granulated sugar, and about 3/4 cup of blanched almonds, which has skin off. You can find these ingredients at your local store in the baking aisle, I believe. And I have 1/2 cup of water here. It's just plain water, nothing special. And of course, a baking tray layered with parchment paper ahead of time. So here goes the almonds into the food processor, followed by the sugar. And I'm just gonna pulsate that a few times to get it going and to get the dry ingredients incorporated. Okay, as you can see here, it looks almost powder-like. Just want to make sure there are no clumps by scraping the wall. And I'm going to add the waters in, but I'm not going to pour the whole thing. So I'm going to do it little at a time. So about half of that and give it a few pulsation. There you go. It shakes. Okay. Now, as you can see, it's kind of like gooey, a little thick. So I'm just going to make sure that everything is not clumped up and then add the rest of the remaining water in the bowl. And now we're going to pulsate it some more. Okay, pulsate a couple more times. And that should pretty much do it. That's it. There you go. Okay, so as you can see here, it's paste-like. I'm just going to scrape them off from the blade and transfer it into a bowl. Okay, so let's make sure that there are no clumps. It's pretty smooth, looking pretty good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and transfer that into the bowl right now. Okay, so using a baking tray, you will need to scoop about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon size of the paste into the parchment paper, giving it about 4 to 5 inch apart. Like this. See here? Keep in mind that a little goes a long way. So put that into the oven at about 375 degree Fahrenheit. So again, you don't want to put too much because when it's hot, it's going to dissolve and melt. So a little goes a long way. Okay, you want to bake that for about 10 to 12 minutes or until evenly brown. It will look like this. Now you want to immediately cut the shell into square shapes on the parchment paper as soon as they come out, so you can fold them in half and to shape it into a taco shell. I'm using here coffee capsule boxes to hold it into place. Now you can get creative and find something to hold the shape in place around your kitchen. You must be quick though, because the cookie hardens fast once it comes out and it cools. Alright, in the meantime, we're gonna be making the custard sauce. In a saucepan, I'm simmering about 1 cup of heavy cream on the stovetop for about 3 to 5 minutes in low heat and set it aside. Okay, so using a mixing bowl here, fill it with the white chocolate. I'm gonna pour the hot cream, the heavy cream that I simmered earlier, into the bowl of white chocolate as I continue to, stir. Just until the chocolate is dissolved, and after that, I will just go ahead and set it aside. And it looks like it's pretty good so far here. It's I don't feel any more chocolate clumps, so it's pretty much dissolved. Now, I'm going to add cornstarch to the sugar, which is my dry ingredients. Mix the dry ingredients together And I'm going to add a pinch of salt after this. So I think that's pretty mixed well. Now this is salt. I'm just gonna take about a small pinch into my palm and toss that in. And mix it again. Okay, so that should do it. Then I will now add the 3 yolks into the dry ingredients. And then just give it a good mix. Okay, followed by vanilla extracts. And then again, whisk it, mix it, stir it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the egg mixture and pour it into the hot cream that I simmered earlier as you continue whisking it, because you don't want to cook the egg. So we want to temper with the egg by doing it in this format. Alright, let's put that aside. Okay, so back on the stovetop, I'm simmering about half a cup of half and half, which I will remove from the stove now. I'm going to pour the half and half into the egg mixtures now as I continue to whisk. There you go, I think that's it. Okay, so I'm going to transfer it back into the pot and bring it back onto the stovetop. Don't worry, it's a lot easier than it looks. Okay, so in medium-low heat, keep stirring until the mixture becomes pudding-like consistency. So just keep whisking. As you can see, it's slowly getting thick. Okay, and then once it gets to that pudding-like consistency on the stovetop, pour into a bowl. Just remove it from the stove and put it into a bowl. And what you want to do is transfer into any bowl, and we're gonna cover it with plastic saran wrap. Now remember, on my other videos, if you watched it before, you want to push the plastic wrap down to the surface of the custard so that it doesn't leave that, skin-like residue. So there you go. Okay, so here we are with all the ingredients, the taco shell, cookie taco that shapes like a shell, and all my fruits. This is my dragon fruit, which I pre-cut, my cube pineapple, which I, by the way, recommend you cube them instead. This is my diced or cube strawberry, and my kiwi. The kiwis, I cut them a little bit larger in cubes. I also slice them just in case some of you may like it sliced instead of cube or diced. You just fill your cookie taco shell based on the fruits of your choice. And remember the custard we made earlier? Just put them into our piping bag, cut the tips, and then fill that into your cookie taco fillings. And I'm just gonna put the strawberry last because it kind of reminds you of tomatoes, the color red. But yeah, that's what it's gonna look like. Your cookie tacos will look like this when you're done. Voila! Oh, it's gonna taste so good. I love this. I can't wait to take a bite into it. I think you're gonna enjoy this. There you go. Tacos for dessert, anyone? I am sure you love this. Don't forget to subscribe below and let me know what you think of this recipe. And feel free to comment too. I would love to hear your comments. Enjoy!